Hi and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be making a brioche buns with some cream cheese and preserves. This is a nice easy dessert. Actually we mostly eat it for breakfast. So over here I got a half a cup of milk and I'm going to put one full tablespoon of active dry yeast. Now this is the kind that used to be activated. So on top of that, and I should have grabbed the bigger mixing thing. On top of that, we're going to put 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. This is just to get it going, to get it activating. All right, there we go. And 3 tablespoons of sugar. All right. Yeah, really should have got a bigger whisk. Anywho, so we want to mix that pretty good together. Starts to bubble already. Takes about 5 to 10 minutes for the yeast to activate, especially with the sugar, and gives it a little boost. And the flour gives it something to eat. So we do that, and that's pretty much it for now. Now we just wait a little bit till the thing activates, and see you guys in 5 minutes. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes, and the yeast is activated. So over here we're gonna leave it be a little bit longer, and we got 2 eggs. This is kind of a brioche dough that you don't have to, you can wait overnight if you want, you know, let it rise for half an hour, stick it in the fridge. It would be a little easier to work with, but it's gonna have a little more flour than usual, and so it's gonna be easy to work with enough. You don't need to refrigerate it. So I'm gonna crack a couple eggs. Mix them. The reason I do this is eggs are kind of pricey, so we're not going to use all of them. The whole thing, we're going to save maybe about a quarter of an egg for to make an egg wash right before we stick it in the oven. So all you got to do is mix it really well, just like so. Okay, so that's done. So over here we got about 2.5 cups of flour. It usually takes about two cups, but so don't put all of it. I don't know, start putting most of it, maybe 2 cups. And eyeball it, and we'll see if it needs more flour afterwards. Okay, so we're gonna put most of our eggs and save a little bit, like that should be more than enough. Okay, and over here we got 6 tablespoons of melted butter. Just melt it in the microwave. Put it for about a minute, that's what I do, and then keep an eye on it. As soon as it's mostly melted, it's good enough. You don't want to boil it over. Okay, so pour that over it. Alright, so we got that. And let's see, what else do we put in it? So we're going to put a little bit of flavoring. Let's put the salt first. So I put salt in everything, just a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Put it right on top of the flour. Don't put it at first because it's going to kill the yeast. It's not going to rise. And since this is pastry type sweet brioche, I'm going to put 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Alright, and then I'm going to start mixing it. I just start with a fork, spoon, whatever you got, spatula, just to get it all incorporated first before I start kneading it. about like this consistency. Just make a ball. Put it there. And what I do, usually I wash my hands after this. I just get a little bit of water. Work it like that on your bowl so your your plastic wrap clings better to it. So that's pretty much it for this thing. And just put on the side, forget about it for about an hour and a half. And meanwhile, I'm gonna make the cream cheese filling. So I got strawberry and I got blueberry. You guys can put whatever kind of preserves you like. Over here I got a whipped cream cheese. You can use regular cream cheese. I got about maybe 6 ounces in each one. I just eyeball it, get a tub of that whipped stuff. And the way I do it is just start with a couple spoons of preserves. These are pretty sweet preserves. So, and then just mix it. I'm gonna use the same spoon, or fork, doesn't matter. Okay, so it's been a little over an hour, and our brioche dough doubled up nice in size. Smells really good. So we're gonna start assembling. So over here I got a Pyrex baking thingy. Forgot what it's called, baking bowl, whatever you want to call it. Lined with parchment paper. So you want to line it really good. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but you want to do that because then you don't have to clean it much. You just wipe it down and that's that. So we're gonna put that there. So the dough just kind of press down and make into a little log so we can cut it up into pieces, for which I need to go grab me a knife. So here's our brioche. I'm gonna get some of our leftover flour and just flour the work surface here. And you want to kind of shape this into a log. It's nice and soft, but it's very workable. I'm kind of shaping into a log that's even-ish, and then we're going to divide this into 12. So let's see, that's half, and then in quarters, and like that, and then each piece in 3. So that should be 12 of them. All right. Kind of make them into balls, and then what I do is put it back in the bowl. A little bit of flour. I'm gonna start rising. Oh, that's fine. All right, so just do that, and then we're gonna roll them up a little bit in order to fill. So just kind of roll them like so. Not very big. Just like that. And kind of try to get the edges a little thinner. Don't have to be big. Let's see what this figures as. About 6-inch circle-ish. Doesn't have to be perfect. So to make sealing them easier, I just got some water here and a little basting brush. You can just do it with your finger, but this is easier. Let's go like that. All right. So that's that. And then we got our fillings here, and we're gonna alternate. So you kind of eyeball it. It's gonna be 6 in each. So kind of cut them into a pie type of deal with your spoon and eyeball the amount. And it should be right about good for first one of them. And then we're just gonna come over and crimp them. Just like so. It doesn't have to be perfect, make a nice little baggie like that. But try to seal it as good as you can. And there you go. That's the first one. As they start putting these in, it's gonna be easier. Okay, so we got to our last one here, and you fold these. I forgot to say, kind of like a dumpling, which I also suck at folding. So if you watch me do this, you cannot possibly suck where it will come out. Now what will happen with these, they're gonna poof up, and when they bake, the cream cheese and preserves are gonna go everywhere throughout, so every bite's gonna have a little bit of goodness in it. And also, this is not one of those that you easily just grab one and tear it up. This is gonna be a whole really good looking mess that you, what's it called? You're gonna have to cut with a knife in between them. So anyway, they're at this point ready to for the second rice. So what I do is just get a pair of scissors and cut them like that. That's gonna make them look nice, one thing, and also let the steam come out when they're baking. Alright, just do that to all of them. And these are gonna take about 45 minutes to rise before you put them in the oven. So just keep an eye on the clock, and you can cover them with a little bit of plastic wrap. Just kind of loosely put the plastic wrap on it. I kind of like reusing stuff if I can. Save a little bit of money. So really easy to make. Looks kind of complicated because I got everything everywhere, but obviously you guys are not gonna put stuff in little bowls and all that stuff. So just let them go for 45 minutes, and we're gonna put them in the oven. Don't worry about writing nothing down if you guys like the recipe. I got everything down in the description. All right, so see you about in 45 minutes for the next step. Okay, so these had about 45 minutes to proof. Get nice and fluffy. So what we're gonna do now is brush them with that little bit of egg, and just a little bit of water. And see, it's more than enough. You don't have to save a lot of it. And one egg is way too much. One egg probably do, I don't know, 5 batches or more. And then we got this turbinado sugar, which I like to sprinkle a lot of stuff with. Gives a nice crunch to everything. Just sprinkle a little bit on each one of them, just like so. These are gonna continue to rise a little bit in the oven, and they're gonna fill in pretty much the whole pan. Alright, so see, if you line your baking tray with parchment paper, it's gonna make cleanup so easy. There we go. Alright, so we'll see in about half an hour how they look. They are fresh out of the oven. Alright, so they've been there, I think about 27 minutes, half an hour, something like that. See, they filled up the whole tray. So what you do now is just let them be, cool fully to room temperature. Takes about an hour and a half, I think, maybe 2. Just kind of forget about them for a while, and then because right now they're really soft, really tender, you don't want to mess with them. So when they cooled off, you just kind of go like that with a nice little paring knife, and go between them, and that's it. You can put them away, you can store them, you can freeze them. That's what I do. Freeze them. They'll cook probably for a couple of weeks if they're frozen. They don't last that long. So as you can see, really easy recipe, easy to do. Don't overthink stuff. If you put a little bit more of this, a little bit less of that, it's all good. Don't overthink it as baking. So if you like my recipe, please subscribe and give me a like. And I'll see you guys next week for a new recipe. Thank you.